So that's how I got the 1 pip. So like over here, so this would be 1.9 pips. When I recorded this number, it was 10. So yeah, so this would be 1.1, 1.4, things like that. All right, so after you get your risk, you're just gonna do the whole equation there. Let's see, 803.16 times 0.02. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did. Okay. And you're gonna divide that by 177.7. That'll give us 1.10. So that'd be approximately dollars per pip. Okay. This will give you your risk. Now, to put this in the lot size, all you're going to do is move the decimal over to the left by 1. So you have 0.11. Okay. So that's how you calculate a risk. So everybody get it? If you guys don't know, either chat or yell it out. I want to make sure you guys are all catching this because risk management is the important part. That's what sets the trade basically. Because if you have terrible risk management, your accounts, you're not going to have a very good account at the end of the day. And this is kind of different. All right. Let's see, Irene. Is there a much easier way to figure this out? This is way too complicated for me. Irene, just let's see. Let's see. This is probably. I'm sure there's calculators online here for doing the risk management, but you do need to know your price point and where you're gonna put your stop loss. So general rule for the stop loss is you put it to near the nearest high. Now where I got the 176 from at is the difference between these 2 points. Okay, so that's where I got 176 from. Okay. I want to make sure everybody gets this. I don't want to, because otherwise you guys are gonna get lost during the rest of the lesson here. Okay, so just to review how I got the numbers. Do we do this on every trade we take? Patrick, yes, but if you guys program a calculator like this in Excel, this will make your life a lot easier. Here's the formula for it. Let's see. Okay, so everybody write this formula down. Get your notebooks out, write it down. Because you will need to know this if you guys because if you guys calculate your risk wrong, your reward's not going to be good, and you could accidentally be over leveraging. So write this down. All right. All right. While I'm okay. Good job, Irene. Okay. So while we're on top of the subject of this, so this number here, I actually used the demo. So so your total account number is going to be down here where your balance is. That's your total account number. This right over here, this is what you determine. This 2% is just what I ended up using. And you guys shouldn't be risking more than 1 to 2% when you're starting out. This is just to be on the safe side. If I wanted to risk 5%, I'd put 5 over here. This number here is the difference between the stop loss and the sell. Okay, this 176.7 pips is the difference between the stop loss and the sell. Only for this example. If I was doing this on a whole nother chart, a whole nother trade point, this number would change. And this number right here is your spread, and that's kind of over here, this exclamation point. And yeah, take this number over here and divide it by 10. So because the spread's measured in points, that's a tenth of a pip. Okay, yeah. When I subtract, I get 138. It's the last 3 numbers. Let's see. Okay, so Nia, in this case, when wait, what numbers did you? Okay, when I subtract, what numbers did you get for that one? I'm a little confused. Okay. 605 minus 467. Where'd you get the 605,467 from? Is that let me. The number on the number is blue. Are you talking about these two guys, or yeah, the number in the blue? Okay. All right. So let me go through. I might have accidentally moved the blue line here, so the numbers can be different. Um, let's see. So when you get these two lines here, let's see. Make sure you actually might be correct. I might have changed the number by accident. 605. 186. Okay, so in this case, it's 186.2. But yeah, it's just let me try to word this better. This is not. I still don't know where these lines come from. Let's see. Okay, this is your account size times about your risk, which is in percent. This is going to be your stop loss minus your your trade price, and this will be added up with your spread. Okay. You got it. Thanks. All right, got it. Okay. All right, let me. Okay. Let's see. All right. It sounds like. Are you guys all good to go here, or you guys still have more questions? I want to make sure everybody gets it. Okay, what is the spread? All right, Francesca. Let's see. Where's my truth? Okay. So the spread by definition is the difference between the bid price and the ask price, and that's what this exclamation point number is. Let's see, do I have a snippet here? Yeah. So this right here is the spread. Okay. Apologize about the writing here, guys. Got it. All right. Yeah. So yeah, the spread's always going to change. So when you guys calculate your numbers, you're not going to get the spread 100% on the ball. Just kind of ballpark it. But yeah, I'm sure when you guys develop your trading strategies, this is kind of a basic for you guys to know, and you guys will get a better idea of your risk, because everybody's risk profiles are different. But this is just the basics of how you calculate it. Anyway, we're gonna move on because I don't want to spend too much time on this one thing. But anyway, that's the basics of calculating your risk there. Okay, so all right, so things you want to consider is this helps control the trades on your winning. It reduces it can reduce losses and possible failing trades, and it's also a basis to money management strategy. And the basic one is the risk reward ratios, and what that is. Still don't know what that line is. Okay. So basic money management strategies is measuring your potential reward and your risk for every dollar you put in. So in general, is your risk should not be greater than your reward, for the most part. And the higher the rate, the higher the reward, the better you'll be off as a profitable trader. So we have a reward. So your reward should always be greater than your risk. All right, I'm just going to do this on the chart as well, because this will make things easier for me. Okay. So I'm going to keep the numbers where they are. Okay. and this will be your take profit. When you guys make your take profits, you want to let's see, you want to place it at least 1-to-1 away from your trade. I think that's right around here. Because you want 1-to-1 at least by minimum. Okay, take profit. Someone has writing on your screen. Yeah, I don't know where the writing is from. I don't know if is it from this or. Oh, that is just that is weird. Why there's writing on my screen? Can't figure out how to get that off. Anyway, okay, risk to reward. So what you're doing is once you figure out what your risk is.
Sorry, that was me. I fixed it.
Oh wait, who was that?
It's Tyree from Camden.
Oh, okay.
I accidentally marked on the screen.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I can write on it. It's dope.
Wow, I did not know that. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna put the number in what I'm gonna put the number there for 1.31467 subtracted by 1.29605. We'll multiply that by 10,000 to make it easier to read. So that's 186.2. Okay, and then after you find out what the difference between the stop loss and your trade prices, we're gonna find the difference between between the price here and your take profit to however you calculated it to be. Okay, 2.09.2. 2.09.2. 209.2. Okay. All right. So you're going to take your take profit to your. So you're going to take this number here, the difference between your take profit and your price, and you're going to divide it between your stop loss, difference in stop loss and your trading price here. So we're going to take 0.209.2. We're going to divide that by 186.2. That'll give us about 1.12 reward to one risk. So that's just your basic calculation on your reward to risk ratios. So you want to make sure it's at least 1-to-1 or a little bit more than that. So that's but yeah, so this is kind of how you basically manage your trade and all that. So everybody get that too. Just if I'm going too fast, you just let me know, holler out. I'd rather have you guys ask the question multiple times until you get it, because otherwise it doesn't do me any good to run the lesson if everyone's all over the place here. Everybody good? Can we bring back the page? Sure. Is this it? Oh. There we go. The other one. Okay. Let's see. Where did my PowerPoint go? Let's see. Hey, Francesca. There you go. Is this the one you're talking about? Thanks. Okay. So we have to figure out all this before we mark up our trades, right? Irene, yeah, I mean yes, but you can also if you want, I can program an Excel sheet for for your trades, so you don't have to go through all the calculations. If you want me to do that, I can do that. I can just post it on Telegram group for all you guys to use. Yeah, okay. And yes, it's not hard to do, but it is tediously annoying. I mean, I get you on that part. So I mean, I can easily do that. That's not that hard. Let's see. Am I able to send stuff through? I don't know if I'm able to send stuff through through Zoom. I guess not. Or okay. Okay. Yeah. What? Hey, the good news about trading, guys, is the math is simple. I'm not that great at math too, but all you need to know is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That's it. There's nothing else, which is good. But yeah, I will definitely program a sheet for. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, I'll get you guys a sheet programmed for that. All right, so let's talk about a little bit about managing your risk and your money management per se in your trade. So when you guys take the trade here, you're definitely gonna it's just gonna be so once trade's in there, money management is key game. So your trades are always gonna move up. It's gonna move down. It's gonna move up, kind of thing. And the big question is, when do you know when to let it go or get out, kind of thing. So and that's the name of the game with all the trading out there, is just learning how to manage the what do you call it, money management. So because there's a point in time where you kind of let your trade go, or you just pull out the trade and take the small loss and minimize um, what do you call it, the big the loss in your game here. So like in let's see, I'm just trying to think here. Um, so like over here, so this is an Ichimoku. If you guys don't know, one of the few good things about this indicator here is it has its own built-in way of you trying to understand money management. So like if these candles are ever above the cloud and it closes above these two lines, you're pretty much golden. It's only you get out when let's see, I'm just trying to think of a good example. Let's see. So if I had to take a trade right here, um, based on strategy, I'd have to measure it all out. Honestly, let's see. Um, oops. All right. So the basics of each moku is when these when these two lines cross the cloud here, you would take the trade. And you put your stop loss like around the high. Um, as long as the candles are below these two lines, the trade's golden. But it's when the candle closes above both these lines, and that's when you get out of the trade, no matter how bad, the what the market's like. So that's kind of the game you're going to be playing when you're in money management mode, especially when you just put in your trade. Because anytime you guys put in your trade, you kind of have to assume the money goes out the door, and there's nothing else you can do about it besides making sure you don't blow your account. All right, so let's talk about back testing here, because back testing is one of the few important keys here for your trading strategies to work. I'll move this over here to the side. Let's come over here. All right. All right. So back testing. If so I'm going to cover MetaTrader 4 first here. So for back testing, you're going to use a software called it's called FX Blue. It's a trading simulator where you guys can use the chart over here, where you guys go into and you this software actually simulates trade real-time trading, except obviously all the way in the past, so you won't have so you will not have what we call it so it kind of avoids you from trying to look ahead of the chart. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit free download. Before you get a free download, you do have to register for an account. It doesn't cost you guys anything at all. So you just put your so I'm already registered. So what I'm going to do is put in my username here and my password. All right, and then it's going to download. And once you register or log in, get free download, and then it'll save it for you. Access it here. And over here, it's gonna tell you which brokers you want to put in there. So I have quite a few MetaTrader 4 downloads here. So yeah, you put it however many that's on here. You will have to close out MetaTrader 4 first, so you have to exit it before you do this part. And once you do that, you just hit install. It's probably gonna give me oh no, it didn't. Then once you do that, it'll load it into your MT4 automatically. And what you'll do and then you go to File or go to View, you go down to Strategy Tester. I actually killed mine by accident. And then this will appear down here. So this is your strategy tester, and you're going to you gotta pull it up until you see visual mode and use dates. So let's say I want to simulate this chart. Let's say I'm on the okay. I'm gonna use the daily chart. So I'm gonna do it from. You can do this on any time frame actually. You do it from January 17 to December December 31st of 18. Okay, so you have your spread as current, daily. You pick a so you pick your currency. You can have control points, or you can have every tick. Every tick takes a while to generate. Control points is usually good enough. And then you hit start. You just got to give it a second for it to load because it takes a while. So when you guys initially load it, this box is going to appear. It'll ask you to log in first before you start using it. Let's see, and then you can actually load your template on here, which is kind of cool. Let's see. So when you hit simulate, it's going to move. It's going to actually simulate real time, which is kind of nice. So what you don't have is all the market here you can see, because when you guys are testing and if you happen to see the market, it's going to throw off your psychology there and kind of mess up how you're supposed to see a trade. So this kind of helps make the trading more reliable. And then you can actually let's pull this up a little bit more. You can pause the simulation, put in a trade here, and then also when you guys do back testing, you're gonna want some sort of record keeper, and I'll give this to you guys. Let's see, trading plan back test. This is what I use to where is it, to keep track of all my trades here. So so let's say I want to do a back test for that one, and I had to copy this, paste it over here. So put in your initial amount over here. I put that in a long time ago, and then for And for this one, you're gonna have to go. I'm gonna do a sell right here. Foolishly, I literally have no idea what I'm doing. So if I put in a sell, there we go. Nope. Okay, make this a stop loss. And I'm gonna put a TP down here. I'll take profit. So this is what I do for my back testing. I mean, so this part is tedious. I will admit, doing the back testing manually like this. But if you want to have as accurate and good results as possible, this is the best way to do it. Okay. So this is for non-trading view users, and I'll cover trading view here in a second. So what you're going to do is I'm going to put a 2 here for sell. This one a JPY or non-JPY? All right, this one's a non-JPY. The one here for non-JPY currency pair is USD CHF, I believe. If I can spell that right. You can put in the date if you want. Current amount 5162.96. Trade position is your trading price. That's going to be. Let's see. Just copy this. Put this over here. Put their stop loss. Stop loss is going to be. Copy this. Then I made a mistake programming this a long time ago because I was trying to do something between these two positions, but I ended up screwing up the code, and I didn't want to go back and have to fix all these. So I decided to just kind of put those as zeros, and then for take profit 2, this is basically going to be your take profit. So if you have multiple positions, you're gonna have to put more than one of these suckers in here. So let's say I do have 2 multiple positions, and this is for twin trading. Okay, so let's say I also put a second TP down here. Let's see. So this is my first TP. Copy that. Let's see. First TP, then second TP. Copy. And then and this is your lot size here. So like I went through over the risk calculation, your lot size, the number you got for your lot size is going to go in here. So I'm just going to foolishly put 1.5 each. And then it calculates and tells you how much risk you have. Okay? Tells you you're risking 4.5 each trade, which is really a bad idea. Let's try to be a little more realistic. 0.8. Okay. All right. So what you can do is once you do that, then you're going to let the sucker run. And I know your thing is a little slow, but you can actually speed it up if you want to where it's super lightning speed. Come on. Let's see, did I win this trade? Oh, no. I'm looking at this stop loss. Where are we going here? Where are we going? Come on, market. Okay, so technically I actually hit both TPs. All right, so this was just luck. All right, I didn't do anything. I just guessed. So once I have those trades done, since I hit them both, I'm gonna put them here. So when you put it here, this not only calculates your how much you won, what your net value is. This will update this number, and you'll have to update each of these columns each time, unfortunately. So like the next trade, you would have to put 50 here. And this tells you what your trading efficiency is, what's your win to loss average, your average risk to reward. Let's see. pretty sure that number is probably not correct. But anyway, yeah, just worry about your drawdown here. If it's in the minus, that's good. If it's positive, then it's not a good. Then that's not good. So minus drawdown in this case is good. The general rule is make sure your current amount is higher than your initial amount. So I will give you guys this sheet on the Telegram. So I don't know if I can give it to you here or not. Anyway, it'll be in the Team Take Profits and Trading Get Paid Telegram. So this kind of so you guys don't have to manually keep them somewhere and do all the math. This does it for you. And that's the reason why I created this was for me. In comments. So if you guys lost a trade, you put in a comment if you want to trade. You don't have to, but yeah. So I won by luck. So when you guys go back to take a look at your notes, you'll see like why you won or lost these trades. So everybody get the reason why you have to do this. I mean, yes, this sucks. This is tedious. I don't like it. But this is very necessary for you guys, especially if you guys are gonna make sure you have a confident and efficient trading strategy. Okay, this is where strategies come from. Is from all this back testing, and this can also be used. This can also be used for what do you call it? For forward testing. So the only the only column you need to do is fill this out. Everything past this black line, don't worry about it. Leave this entire thing zeros. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else you'll need to do. And that's about it. You just worry about all these columns. That's it, and the rest will be done. Will be done for you. And let's say I actually did lose this trade. Let's see. I'm gonna put in an insane lot size. Okay. So let's see. I'm trying to make sure this goes as low as possible here. 0.5, 22% drawdown. 0.9. 8. Okay, so I also included this thing to yell at you if you have low balance or not. So if anytime I put it at 75%. So if your count is at 75% of its drawdown, it's gonna yell at you and say low balance. So that's so yeah, I have that programmed in here as well. Okay. So how many of you guys would want this sheet? If you guys want something like this, I can post it on Telegram. Okay. All right, Jack. All right. Gotta make sure you guys are staying awake. I know this is kind of a dry lesson, but I'm just trying to make sure I'm sending you guys off the right path here. Because I didn't do this when I did not do things this thoroughly when I first started trading. Just something I don't want you guys to go through. Okay. Oh, actually, my trade actually kept going. Anyway, let's see. Close this out. All right. So the last thing I want to cover is something called projections, and this is for kind of long-term gains expectancy. Let's see. Is this it? Before I do that, I do need to cover trading view. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to take 2 steps ahead of my brain here. Okay. So for trading view, many of you guys, because Joe and Jay are trading view users, so so I do have to cover this. USD. Move. Yeah. All right. So for this, what you're going to do is you're going to use. I need to sign in before I do anything else. So for trading view, what you're going to do is you're going to use the replay function, which is up here. What this will allow you to do is hit replay, hit this little candle button. What this will do is it won't do exactly like the simulator. What you're gonna do, you're gonna do that, and what it does is it chops the chart up, so you have like nothing over here. So very similar. You can click this button multiple times. It unfortunately does not do tick action like MetaTrader 4 does, but it still does the job with trying to keep you out of trying to avoid all the market ahead of you. It helps you with your trading and all that. You can have it on automatic. It's being really laggy right now. So yeah, so you can either do that, or you can slow it down, or you just do it manually. So you can do something like, oh, it tells you years too. That's kind of cool. That's so yeah. This so you can back test like this. Same procedure. You take a buy right here. Place the sell right over here. And, I'm gonna nonsensically put that up there. Then I'm going to I'm gonna try to do this here. So let's say this is euro dollar. So one euro USD. Okay, 1.12778. Our stop loss is 1.10737, which is this down here. Stop loss, trade price, take profit. Oops. Okay. And take profit is going to be 1.15459. 1.15459. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to make that both. Okay. And I'm just going to 8. I'm just going to put 21.1. All right. Okay, so after you do that, we're going to go see if this wins or loses or not. And where are we going? Okay, I got bombed. Okay. All right. So I've trade bombed out here. So what you guys do is if it bombs out, you're gonna copy your stop loss and you're gonna put it in here. And that should give you a negative number. This is supposed to be possible. All right. So in this case, we lost a lot. I lost. I have no idea what I was doing. Okay. So you guys do that, and then you guys have and then your number should update down here, and then again you update this chart with this number. All right, this is just an example doing on trading. All right, Toby, what's the name of the platform you were using prior to switching to Trading View? That's MetaTrader 4. Okay. I was using FX. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is how you use the replay function. Again, it's tedious. It sucks. I know. But again, Jay Wayne, Joe had to go through all this. I'm sure Robert had to go through this too. It's not fun, um, but this it's the proper way to do it. Okay. It means learning forex is not supposed to be a speedy, fast process. It's meant to be taken at a pace where you can learn it the correct way. So these are two tools you can use to back test your strategies. You have replay in your trading view, then you have your Where'd it go? Okay, I missearched it. Then you have your FX Blue software that I was showing you guys on MetaTrader 4. All right, let's see. Trading. Okay. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this on. I'm gonna post this right now. Let's see. Okay. Documents here. Let's see. Trading. Trading. Okay.
Hey, Tom, how you doing? I got on a little bit late. Is that available to the group, that trading plan back tester thing?
Yeah, I'm posting it right now as we speak. Actually, it's gonna be on the Team Take Profits page. And I'll post on the Trading Get Paid group as well.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And Irene, and for all the other guys for the risk calculator, when I get a chance, I'll program that too. So cuts back on half of the equation and writing and calculating and all that to make it easier for you guys. Okay. Oh yeah, if you guys don't have Excel, if you use, I think it's called library thing, LibreOffice. So if it doesn't work, if you guys don't have Excel or you don't want to pay for one, just use LibreOffice. It'll do exactly the same thing. So for you guys who don't know that, okay.
Office.org is free as well, Tom,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
PC.
Yeah. All right.
Is it deliberate for both PC and Mac?
It should be. Um, if not, there should be something that works for Excel. All right. Let me post
Okay,
this. Let me
thank
post
you.
this for. And I'll go through projections as well, and I'll also give you guys that too. Tree. And, oh yeah, by the way, this is recorded video too, and I can and if you guys need the recorded video for how to use it, just let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. Where will I be able to get it?
I'll upload it, or I'll just send you video individually on that.
Appreciate it, Tom.
No problem. Okay. All right. All right. So that's how you use the one I programmed. Yeah, it's a little complex, but just only fill out this side, and leave the TP1 to 0. I should go back and change this, but that means I got to change all the coding for everything, and I just don't feel like going through the headache of doing it. So,
Hey, Tom, that FX Blue, is that something like with the cloud or something you were showing?
sorry, was that?
The FX Blue that you just, I guess I got on a little bit late. The FX Blue that you was just showing a little while ago.
Okay, so all right, FX Blue. Go to the website. Go to apps, and there should be. All right, here's a simulator right here. Let me post a link for that. It'll just be a lot easier on my part. Okay. Um, so when you hit free download, you're gonna have to create an account for FX Blue. It's free. They don't charge you. Once you create the account, then hit download, and then it'll give it to you, and um, and then you'll have to open it up and go through your trade for your strategy tester. Then you have to open it up there. So if you need more help on that, stay after because I want to make sure I get through all the material tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for your patience. Yeah, I'm just trying to move at a pace here for.
No, I appreciate you taking time just, 'cause like I said, I was watching from afar. I was trying to get something to eat, and then I saw some interesting thing. I said, let me ask a question for you, get you far going. So is that like, it looks like the cloud or somewhat, the Ichimoku cloud, similar?
Yeah, it's the Ichimoku cloud. I was just using that as an example. Um, okay. Yes, Lori.
The question for the what is it? FX Blue?
Yep.
You can only use it on the computer, or can you use it on your phone as well?
Only the computer, unfortunately. they had one for the phone, that would be awesome.
I know, right?
The phone is convenient, it's user friendly, but there's so many disadvantages on the phone than actual computer, which I hope Meta Editor or MetaQuotes software company can figure something out. Because fun fact, this software hasn't been edited since like 2003. So everything here has been here since 2003. Nothing's changed, which makes
Tom, they don't have it for the MT5, do they?
they have an MT5, but vast majority of people still use MT4. That's
Oh, you said it. Do you have the FX blue for the MT5 as well? You said.
I don't know if they have an MT5 version. Um, looks like they only have MetaTrader 4. Or no, they do. They do have an MT5. What do you know? Okay, so all right. I've just never used the MT5 version before.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So the last thing I want to cover is projections. This is my favorite thing I programmed to help prove people wrong on why you should trade forex and why you should not depend on any other income. All right. So I have a couple variations of this programmed. Um, so this one, it's I mainly use this to kind of scope out on what to expect for the year, um, to kind of see if I'm hitting my goals or not trade wise. So this tool here. So a lot of people ask me like, how much should I start out with? Um, I'd be like, okay, I would start out at least 2,000, or push comes to shove 1,000. Here's the reason why. So let's say you do have a good trading strategy, and realistically, most good traders would make around 12% a month. Put that up here, and that usually starts right over here. Okay, so 12% a month. You can see these are all your gains here. This is assuming that you don't have drawdowns, or the drawdowns have already been covered during the month. So you can see right over here the numbers. With $1,000, it crawls up pretty slowly for the first year. This is assuming you don't put any money in after that, and then then it keeps going. Um, then it just kind of, and it's slow. You'll get to a million eventually. You can see here in after like 6-ish years, you'll get to the million. You'll get to the 7-figure account. So, like, I mean, it's not a huge race here, but if you do guys want to speed up the process, you want to always keep dumping money in to kind of get your numbers up. Um, like whatever I have, I'm trying to project it to hit 7 figures in either year number 3 or year number 4, depending on how the market's looking. Um, um, and Ricardo, I'll get you guys all a copy of this. It's also going to be traded on. It's also going to be on the Trading Get Paid and Team Take Profits. Just ignore these pages here. I ended up not finishing these, but I don't trade with the harmonic scanner anymore. But yeah. Oh, here's a risk calculator. Apparently I have. So yeah, for you guys who want risk calculators, it's right over here too. So I know Lori. I know who was it? Francesca and someone else here was one. You guys can. It's actually right on this page here, which is kind of nice. Um, what is this one? Estimate points.
And that's the Excel that you put in the group.
What's that?
Is that the Excel thing that you put in the group?
I didn't put this one on yet. I put on the back testing one. I'll put this one up in a second. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So use this to kind of give you guys kind of a starting point. And this is the reason why I don't want you guys to think this is kind of like a get rich quick game. I mean, these numbers tell you the reason why. It takes time. Um, I mean, even if I had $8,000 in the account, it still takes time for it to grow. Too many people try to shoot quickly to the moon here and end up burning up their account. And here's another thing: if anybody tells you they can make they can turn $1,000 into let's say $100,000 in 1 month, which is realistically not possible. What you guys are telling me is, in 1 month you have made how many? You have made 100% that month, which is almost impossible. Um, so if anybody gives you that line of crap, you ignore them and you run away. So, like, can you imagine? Like, if I could make 100% a month, I would be over thrilled. You'd be a millionaire quickly. But unfortunately, the math tells you that otherwise. Um, so it's so yeah. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, and that's and for me, it's my job to make sure I teach you guys stuff that's realistic. And even Jay will tell you things. Jay and Joe will even tell you things like that. Just you just don't, you just don't rush the process. All right, let me give you guys this sheet right now. Let's see. Send that. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh. All right. Okay, I got it all posted. Um, does anybody have any questions or concerns regarding risk and money management and using any of these Excel sheets? Feel free to raise your hands, open the mics, and uh, type out any questions you guys have. I want to make sure you guys are. I'm giving you guys all the things you need here.
You say you're gonna post this video. I can go back over the video, correct?
Yeah, I can post this on the call it on on the trading get paid group if you want, and to take profits. Sorry, but my throat's hurting here a little bit.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
yeah, no problem. Anybody else have questions?
Yeah, I do have a couple of questions if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem, Nina. Ask as many as you need to. That's what you're here
Um,
for.
so the first question I have, which you didn't go over this, but I just wanted to know if you know, can you put less than point 0.1 on the phone, on the app? Because whenever I try to do it, it doesn't allow me to do it. It doesn't allow me to go lower than a mini lot.
Oh, yeah. Traders, yeah, the lowest you can go is a mini lot. So 0.01 is the absolute lowest. I don't know any broker that has allowed micro lots, or nano lots, excuse me. Um, that's 0.001. I don't know any brokers that allow that.
Does it allow you to do 0.01? Because when I go on MetaTrader 4 on the app, it only lets me do 0.1.
Oh, which pair are you trading? Because
Oh,
uh,
it depends on the pair.
yeah. So
Oh, okay, okay.
for gold, I know they don't allow you to go below zero point 0.1. I know that for a fact. It depends on the broker too. So
Okay, so I didn't know. I just try. Okay, yeah, some of them are letting me go lower than that. Okay, so that it depends on the pair. Okay,
yeah, depends on the pair, depends on the broker.
okay, cool. And then my next question is, if I'm using Traders View, but of course they said to use MT4 to actually place your bids. Should I mark up the same charts or should I just use my stop loss and my um take profit and just place those onto MetaTrader 4s? I don't have to mark them all the way up like I did on Traders View, correct?
So okay, so Trading View, At the time I did trading view at the time, I only marked one chart or the other. It is true that the trading view, what are you doing? It is true that the trading view numbers are slightly different, but in the long run, it's not gonna matter that much. So you just mark one chart or the other.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I would do. I don't see the point of marking both charts. So
Right. Okay. That's what I was thinking. And then this is kind of what you were talking about with the back testing.
yeah,
I guess I understand the point of the simulator, but I thought that back testing, the main purpose was to create or find your zone to go back and see what a good zone is for your support or resistance or your trend lines, and then um based once you get that area defined, then you use like either breakout or retest strategy to identify if you should do a sell or a buy. Um, and I guess I got a little confused because on the simulator it was kind of like, oh, you should sell, but I don't want to make a. I guess I don't want to trade based off the simulator. I want to trade once if it breaks out of my trend lines or not. Is that the correct strategy, or for beginners should we kind of just follow the simulator process?
all the simulator is doing is just taking you back in time and just spitting out candles. That's all it's doing. So
Okay.
and the rewind tester is doing the same thing. The whole point of that is if you guys are practicing um, marking up your charts, you're identifying critical zones, support resistance. The whole point of it is to make sure, like, okay, do I actually understand what I'm doing, or am I still screwing up? Kind of
Okay, I get what you're saying. Like, where should the entry point and different things like that be? Okay.
exactly, you got it. This way, because what you don't want to do is try to figure it out when you can see all this happening. Otherwise, it screws up your trading psychology, and you're not going to view it the right way. So the idea is it takes away the picture. So then you ask yourself, okay, did I actually do it right? So it just so the back testing with the rewind and the simulator makes it reliable kind of thing.
Okay.
Because originally how Jay Wayne showed it was he took a big block like this and like covered the picture up,
Mhm.
like did that. And I'm like, I can still see what's ahead of me.
Right.
That doesn't exactly help. While the other ones it cuts off the picture completely.
Right,
So
right. Okay.
any more questions?
No, that was it. That's all I had. Thank you.
No problem. If you have any more, just reach out to me. Is anybody in the Ricardo? I came late. Yes, video, please. Do beginners ever learn sniping from daily trading, or should that come after? Ricardo, the best way to answer that question is, um, while you're going through the basics, just focus on the core concepts, and as you're getting better at core concepts, then figure out what kind of trader you are. Um, I know it's a little bit daunting at the beginning because you're trying to learn kind of who you are in the market at the same time learn the core concepts, but it's more critical you focus on what do you call it, the basics first. Once you know what support and resistance, trend lines, highs and lows, support resistance, market sessions, then start fiddling around with what works for you, what doesn't. Because keep this in mind. When uh, when Jay when Jay trades the London sessions, he's at his chart the whole time. And he can be because he's able to do it. And at first, like me, I don't like trading the 15-minute, 30-minute time frames. I don't want to keep checking every 15, 30 minutes. And his style of trading is based on zones. For me, my style of trading is on exactly what I see, kind of thing. Um, I do encourage you to go experiment with what works for you. Try doing daily trading. But try exactly what you're trying to do. Just kind of just keep in mind. Make sure you keep everything else, all the core concepts in mind. I'm not sure if I answered that well. I'm not usually good at answering questions. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Yeah. Okay. What happens in order to make 12% per day, for instance? We found ourselves overtrading. Okay, I didn't make this very clear. Um, I apologize. So these numbers here is not how much you trade daily. It's how much you trade in 1 month. Okay. Um, so if you try to trade, let's see. So if you try to, so if we tried to do 12% in one day, like like you can do that, just it's not easy. You probably will ruin your account. You can do that. I mean, your gains will be astronomical. But your chances you blow up your account um is not the chance you're blowing up your account goes way up. So yeah, Ruben, this number represents 12% overall for the whole month. That's so you literally could be trading 5% a day, and come out at 12% every month, so kind of thing. Um, yeah, Jack, it's recorded. Yes, it's recorded. I can give it to you guys if you want. Andrew, tell me what the FX Blue does. All right, so Andrew, let's see. So what the FX Blue does is it basically takes you back in time. So in this case down here, I'm going to run it through the strategy tester. If you use USD CHF here on the daily, I'm going to go. I'm gonna start from 2017.0101 to 2018-12/31. So between those timelines, I'm going to run the strategy tester, and for that, and between these two timelines is where the strategy tester is simulating only. So once you hit, so once you hit, yeah, so once you hit 2018, 12/31st, 2018, the thing stops basically. Um, and what this is doing is it's just running the chart basically. Oh, it's going rapid fire. So it's just running through the chart, and like if I'm trying to determine did I mark my zones right, like right over here to make a trade, or here's a trend line right over here. I know I know Neo is asking me for things like that of how to use a simulator, but you use in this manner. It's like did I want to trade right here kind of things. So that's what the FX Blue does. It just simulates the market um, in whatever time frame you're given, or your dates you gave it. Does that make sense? All right. Any, okay, cool. Does anybody else have any questions? And yeah, let's open up to open questions and answers. So if you guys have any questions about anything else, even outside this, just let me know. I will answer it to the best of my ability. Can you please touch? Can you touch on how to count pips on different currencies again? GA, GBP, XAUD. Okay, let's do that. Let me close this out. Okay, so I need to. Okay. All right, so Rian, um, so if you okay, I'm gonna not let's see. Okay, so when you count pips between JPY and okay, so any currency pair with JPY in it is is going to be counted to let's see. Let's start off JPY first of all. So yeah, any pair that's counted with the JPY, notice how it's to only 3 decimals here. Then if you go to a currency pair like GJ right over here, it's going to be the same thing. So so anything with the JPY has only 3 decimals at the end. Okay, and then anything that's non-JPY has 5 decimals. So when you count pips, you're only counting the fourth decimal here. And for JPY pairs, you're counting the second decimal. Um, Make sense? Okay. All right, Toby.
So, yes, Tom, how are you? I want to ask, what about for gold USD?
Oh shoot.
How do you calculate?
Okay, so gold USD. I use the JPY method as well. Sorry, I nearly skipped that. My bad. Yeah, for gold, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be to the second decimal like JPY is.
Tom, you say from the second decimal, are you saying from you count the two numbers to the right of the decimal, or
Okay, let me. Okay, so JPY and gold. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull a number out of my butt here. Okay. This right here is the pip for JPY and gold. Okay, and for non JPY, 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. Oops, there's not supposed to be that many. My bad. Okay, you guys get it? Fourth decimal is the pip. This is for non-JPY. JPY in gold, it's a second decimal. All right. Okay. All right. How do you determine where you place your entry line? Toby, are you talking about when we um, when you simulate your trade when you back test when you're back testing or trading real time? Okay. Okay. For so if you're simulating real time, let's see. I'm just gonna start this again. I'm doing this multiple times here. Sample. All right, so for me, when it comes to trading, I kind of I kind of give it a guess for the entry line. It depends how you trade too. So if you're trying to trade a buy limit or something, you um, generally for limit orders, you put it near the highest, near the high, near the high or low, depending on what you're trying to do. For real time, I just kind of have to guess and put it kind of as close to the price as possible. Um, or I just type in the price of the number 1750. Yeah, this is for me execution. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of pausing and playing in with this sucker. But yeah, that's how I do it personally. But if I was trying to do a sell limit, like right up here, um, let's see, then I just place it right up here and then see if it hits it or not. So like right over here, it actually did hit it. So by pure luck, that's no skill at all. So yeah, that's how I would approach it if you guys are using back testing, something like that. Did that make sense, Toby? I don't know if I kind of jumped over the point or not, but at least that's how I approach that.
hey, Tom,
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound redundant, but when you did that PIP thing, you did it kind of quick. You sound like, say, like that pair you got on it now, you chef. So that we would do after the decimal 9,000, it's moving fast. 9,000, $9,070 and just don't.
Okay. All right. Let me back you up here, JD. So when it comes to measuring pips, it's not like this isn't a pip. The pip is the fourth decimal, right? I did a really bad job explaining this, so I apologize on that behalf. So if I was trying to calculate the pip size, let's see. So let's take 1.02 here. 0.02970. I'm trying to find the pips between this point and this point. It's 1.01654, and this is going to give you let's see, 324. Actually, no, that number's incorrect. My bad. Got my math wrong here. Okay, this is 1.6. Okay, so this is the number you would get, right? If you were to subtract it. What you're going to do is move the decimal over 4 points. That'll give you 131.6 pips. Okay, this is for USD CHF. Okay, this is a non-JPY pair. This is what I mean by the fourth decimal point. Does that make sense, JD?
Oh yeah, I had it all. Yeah, I thought
I did a
I was.
crappy job explaining it. That's my fault. And I was kind of talking a bit fast.
I appreciate you going back over it. So just move it 4 decimal points over.
That's if it's non-JPY. If it's JPY, you just move it over by 2.
You said move it over 2.
Yeah. So you think
Oh,
you'll be able to get that, or do you want me to show you how to do that?
okay.
What if it's you okay? I mean, you ignore the 50 decimal. I mean, the 50 digit.
Oh, this.
Even these digits are fifth. They are 5.
So,
How do you do it?
I'm sorry, Mike. I had a little bit hard time understanding you there. What was your question?
Oh, I'm saying you ignore the 50 digit because I can see 4 digits after the comma.
Uh, are you talking about what this number is for here, the 6th one?
I'm saying I'm seeing okay, all right, it's fine. Okay, I've seen. It's okay. It's okay. Thanks.
Oh, okay, sorry. I just having a little hard time understanding. Um,
I understand. I understand now. Okay.
okay, but you get that for a pip, you got to move it over the fourth decimal place after you
Yeah.
subtract. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. I got it.
all right. That's the part you got to know. All right, so
Yeah.
okay, you get it. All right. Okay, let's see. Yeah, if you guys don't understand the stuff, it's better you ask than try to go through trading not know it. It's not a good thing. Okay. Sorry, Ruben, about your question here. I'm very good on my demo, but very bad on live. What am I missing? Okay, so Ruben, the best way to go about that question is um, when you do go live, your trading your psychology is gonna get rattled a little bit. The reason why is when you're dealing with real money, you're dealing with real emotion. You're gonna be dealing with real. Everything's gonna be real to you. Things are no longer gonna feel cushioning or comforting at all. That's the thing between demo and live. You just need to work on your psychology more and the process with the demo count before you go live. Because with the demo, what you're trying to do is make everything as automatic as possible. So when you do go live, you aren't affected as much by your trading psychology, and you're just subconsciously going through the process. And this all takes time and experience um, for that to happen. Because I mean, I don't expect people to go live in the first 4 months of trading. Okay, that's just I mean, you can if you want to, but just know one thing beginners lack is experience, and for me, I mean, for me, I'm still learning about trading every day. So it's always a never-ending learning curve. Most experienced traders will even say they're always learning something. So yeah, when you guys go to live account, you're gonna feel a bit uncomfortable, and that's just the nature of the beast. So yeah, Ruben, get really good at demo, get really good at your strategy, to where you can spell in your sleep and then move over to live. That's what I would suggest. Okay, Ricardo, when we receive a trade setup, what are we doing with that exactly? Um, all right, so I'm just gonna make one up here. Let's see. Uh, yeah, Ricardo, I'm assuming that's the one that Jay and Joe and I think Robert gives his too. Nope. What are you doing? Okay, so all right. This happened to be cutting through a zone right now, actually. Okay. So let's say I try to take a trade setup right here. This is actually perfect. Let's see, I got a zone right over here, and just trying to think if there's any. I can't do a top down analysis, unfortunately, with this thing. Here's another zone right here. Okay, so let's say I'm trying to do a trade setup right here. So here's your zone, right? The market's currently slicing through it like a demon here. Let's see what my numbers look like. And I decide to put my stop loss up here. Anytime Jay, Wayne, or Joe gives you a setup like this, what you're trying to find is where the market is making its decisions, right? So like right now it's sliced through support and resistance. So what you're gonna, like in this case, what you'd be looking for is the market to either come up, retest, and shoot back down, or in this case, if this ever shot back up close up here, it's a no trade zone. All right. So I'm just showing you guys how I would look at his trade signals. Now, if the market was stuck in this zone here, then it would be a breakout to one side, a breakout to the other side. But in this case, let's see where the market goes. But let's speed it up here. Okay,
Tom,
so
are you saying the no trade zone is in that yellow area?
no trade zone if the market breaks up. That's so like so yeah, these are support resistance zones right here. This is just kind of an example of how you would approach it when you are looking at Jay Wayne's or Joe's entries. I suppose they actually, I mean, they could come up here and do this, but yeah, like this is one way looking at it, and then the other way, if you do, let's see, because for me, when it comes to trading, I'm not looking for reversals. So this is I would actually have indicators here to help tell me what's going on.
Tom, I'm sorry. Are you saying the no trade zone is within the yellow lines or between the two big yellow lines?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, which I've asked two questions. Which one is right?
Okay, so this is just a support resistance zone, right? Yeah, you don't trade unless the candles have gone up, either moved down or made a decision, or if it breaks above the zone, then I would have gotten out of it completely. But this is just an example, really to be better off about it. Let's see. I didn't explain this very well, so that's kind of my fault here. So like right over here, I was trying to get a what do you call it, a continuation down here, but instead it reversed instead. So that's why I said anything above this zone is a no trade zone. So it's because it's because I don't trade reversals.
Right. I don't think I'm explaining myself correctly. I'm saying those you're talking about the breakout would be the top yellow line or the bottom yellow line, not within the boxing of the yellow line.
Oh
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah. I know you got it. You got it right, JD.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, Ricardo, to answer your question, this is how you kind of approach the way they tell you your their signals. So I don't know if this makes sense, but I don't contribute to any of the signals. That's what Jay and Joe are doing. But yeah, this is what you would be. This is what you would be looking for. Does that make sense, Ricardo? Okay.
So you wait until the candle closes above or below those two
Yeah.
uh, kill zones.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Let me bring up one of the. Let's see if they even have a. Let's see if they have a signal open right now.
They had one from last night, I think.
Yeah, Jay and Joe trade early in the morning. I'm usually just asleep by then. They'd probably be telling me you're missing out on a ton of money. I'm like, I got to work tomorrow. Actually, no, I don't have to because of the corona. So I actually could trade London tonight. Where? Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's right over here. Okay. So all right.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Hey Ricardo.
Hey, yeah. So how it can either be a sell or a buy? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah. It could be a seller or buy, but it all depends on the market conditions. So um, when it comes to signals, you can't just use support and resistance as an indicator, right? You got to use other stuff. That's something I wish that Joe would address, but like in this case, um, this is just an example. Like if I had a signal here, the reason why I was only looking for a sell is number one, the candles are all below these two lines, right? And this is indicating it's going in a downtrend. So that's the reason why I was looking for this to go down. Theoretically, I would have been out by the time this candle closed up here. I would have been out a long time ago. And the reason why is it's closed above the zone, and number two, it closed above the red line. My criteria is it has to be below these Ichimoku lines here. That's just me. Now, as for Joe and Jay, their criteria is going to be a little bit different. So, um, but in this case, they're trying to catch a continuation down here, which they did successfully. Um, so yeah, so that's the reason why the signal is the way they were doing it. Um, I don't
so?
know. Oh, go
Are
ahead.
these setups something that I can do on the cell phone, or do I need to get a computer?
You can do it on a cell phone, but it's a lot easier to do on a computer.
Okay.
Hey, Tom, is there any particular why the bottom line or the top line is thicker than the other?
Let's see here. Okay, let's see. So this line you're talking about?
Yes, and the one at the top is smaller, is thinner, I should say.
Let's. I don't really know I think this stands for golden zone. The golden zone's when the market's all bunched up in this one area, ready to absolutely just get crushed. But when the market comes up again, the golden zone is basically a zone where market has been tested so many times to where Joe and Jay know that that no matter what the banks do, they're less likely to pass through this line. Fortunately for me, I don't trade zones that much, but that's how you would approach it. But thickness really doesn't matter. It all depends on let's see. I suppose it also depends on let me get a different chart here.
I guess it's the amount of resistance or support in that particular area.
Yeah. So the way to kind of see how much of it is, you go to this line chart, and you can kind of what you're doing is you're trying to get these peaks to touch each other, right? You can see where they've touched before, where they've rejected, right over here. Let's see, is there? Then when you do this would be a pretty thick zone right over here. Um, yeah, because what like right over here they would have called this line the golden zone. Let me tell you the reason why. Um, okay, so you have breakout here, touch over here, market touched over here, touched over here, touched over here, So Jay and Joe would have called this a golden zone right over here, because the amount of times the market touches. You can confirm that with the line chart. All this noisy crap over here does not matter. It all matters is you know where the trend's going and where your major zones are. But yeah, there's a reason why they call this the golden zone is the amount of times it's been touched, and the reversals have taken place. Does that make sense, Ricardo, or am I still throwing off the boat here?
No, it does.
Okay. Um, they must not explain it then.
I'm brand new,
Oh,
so I'm just learning all this.
oh God, this must be a handful. Hang in there. Okay. But yeah, that's what they mean by the golden zone. Zone breakout, retest buy, zone breakout, retest sell.
Is it not the 50 and the 61 that he called the zone?
So,
When
so
he pulled the fib between the 50 and the 61, is that what he called the zone?
that he might be used that as a confirmation, the Fibonacci's and all that. Um, I Fortunately I don't use Fibonacci's. I ignore all that. I just stick with indicators and support and resistance. That's about it. Um, yeah. Hey, Jack. Jack, I post a recording for all you guys. No, some get. I've been trying to do my best to keep up with the recordings here because the last few videos I've been terrible on. um, Anyway, but yeah, the golden zone. I know that Jay uses the Fibonacci to what do you call it, confirm those. So, not sure if that made sense or not.
Hey, can I ask somewhat of a personal question
Sure.
in relating to the win ratio? So you seem like you use pretty basic strategy, like simpler. In terms of using that to sniping, what's your win ratio usually, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't. Okay, so I wouldn't say my strategy is basic. Mine's relatively intuitive, and that's because it runs on a whole different trading methodology. Um,
Okay.
so like for me, I'll quickly show you mine without your heads hurting. So this is basically so I use all this to make a decision. Yeah, it looks pretty awful, but the point is my strategy focuses on risk management, and money management. So like Um, so I'm trying to catch these big trades here, without losing all these small little trades, kind of thing. So like that's why I have all these indicators that tell me where to go. So practically, I'm ignoring a lot of basic rules of most traders, but that's just how I trade. And
And
my risk profile is very different too.
does it work? Does it give you the 12% weekly? Or I
Uh,
mean monthly?
Monthly, I think I did 6% this year so far. Most of my time's been on trying to figure out something better than this, but like if I trades consistently, no doubt really, I've probably been able to make 12% a month at 5%. I've made 6% this year so far just using it. Just the problem is the entry criteria isn't 100% great because what I'm trying to do is avoid choppy markets like over here. I know I'm just using Litecoin as an example here, but when the market does this screws up my entry almost always. So most of the trading strategy is around avoiding these kind of areas and these kind of areas too. So um, and a trade like this, I would have missed the trade immediately. Because I only take limit orders. I usually take it around the previous range bound, and a lot of times it'll miss it. And there's like part of the issue with my strategy. So as of now, I'm trying to find something more. I'm trying to improve it or make it more efficient. Now, if I were to give you the algorithm and tell you if you're patient enough to trade it, I'm sure it would work. It's just the frustration is I keep keep missing some of these big moves because I'm so focused on I'm trying to make sure the settings are right 100% of the time. Not sure if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, we all trade differently. You just got to figure out kind of who you are in the market. But I will say this: if you guys focus on not losing, you'll make money in the market. That's what this strategy is focused on, is not losing. Because I could care less about the win rate. I care more about how much I'm going to lose. If I can prevent as much of it as possible, then I could then it's better for the bottom line. So like I think out of the beginning of this year, I missed 3 giant trades because of my trading criteria. But I won 3 giant trades as well. Out of the 5 trades I lost at 5% risk, I think all 5 of them only lost like 4%. In general, that's because of tight risk management and money management.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's something you kind of have to you're gonna have to figure out. Just it's it took me a while to kind of come up with this, but I'm still trying to find something that's more efficient. Because otherwise, like I'm trying to beat the 20% mark or more than that every year. It's not easy when you don't catch every trade. If you have to miss a trade, you got to miss a trade. That's just part of the game.
I have another quick question.
What's up, Nia?
This is on MetaTrader.
Sure.
When you're using this, what is this tool called? I think it's the arrow. Looks like the 4 thing. How do you know? Like, it's supposed to count the pips, but is it like the pips is supposed to be the middle number? Is it the full 26, like the full middle number, or is it just the last 2 numbers?
It's the full middle number. Like, are you talking about like I have right now?
Yeah, so that's like 1,249 pips.
Yeah, that's pip count, the middle number.
Okay, all right.
Wish they would label that. Honestly, it took me a while.
Don't you have to drop the last number up though, Tom? It's 129.
Sorry, what was that?
I said I thought you're supposed to drop the last number off instead of 1200. I thought it would be 129.
Okay, so like okay,
The middle number, correct?
the middle number that's the calculated number between where I have it right now and where this is. So like the number to the very right is the where your cursor is at. I don't know what the 14 is. I don't know what the 14 is, to be honest. Yeah, middle number is
I think the 14 is the candle count, I believe.
Okay, all right, so that's candle count. So yeah, candle count, middle number is the difference between point A to point B, and the very right is the point B number.
Is it what number? I'm sorry, you said point B.
So yeah, so the see the 1.28914. That's where the currency is right now. That's the price point.
Oh, gotcha. So the middle number is just a candle. I mean, not your candle, but your pip count, correct?
Exactly.
126 pips. So you dropped the last number, correct?
Yeah. It's 1,263. That's not including. I don't think that's including the last number.
Oh, it's 1,000. I always thought it was you dropped the last number
Yeah.
on the middle.
Okay, let's see. All right, let me verify that to make sure.
I need to know too. I've been doing it wrong.
Okay, times that by. You actually might be right. Okay, so it's 120. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, there's no manual how to use this. So, okay.
No, that's okay. It's no problem. I just wanted to
No,
make sure.
you're just making sure. I mean, okay, so it's 122 pips. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong about you questioning that. Like, I want to make sure I'm telling everybody's getting the same message the right way. So, no, that's good, JB. So yeah, you drop the last number.
Thank you for clarifying that.
No problem. Anybody else have any questions? Let's see. Okay. If a candle touches a certain level several times and not break that level, what do you think will happen? All right. So Andrew, let's see. Okay, so all right. So here's the caveat to these zones here. The more times the candle touches it, the stronger the zone. At the same time, if it's punching the crap out of it, like in this case, it breaks through, punches it again, breaks through it. It's a strong zone, but at some point it's gonna break, kind of thing. It's something I don't know how to explain well, but that's kind of how you have to look at zones. Um, at some point it will break, but the more and more it's touched long term wise, it's a strong line. So, but yeah, that's the best way to. That's kind of the best way to answer that question. Anybody else? Anybody else have any questions?
Hey, Tom, you recommending that the beginners use the FX Blue simulator to get more confident in their demo account before they go live?
Absolutely. You can also use TradingView. Um, yeah. So the point of the demo is number one is to kind of filter out all your beginner mistakes. Number two, it's for you to learn how to strategize and to make sure your trading strategy is automatic to where you don't feel anything. Because this is where I mean, like when you guys trade real money, all the real emotions will hit you. If you have your strategy practiced down to a T and you've proven that it works in several occasions of back testing, you'll have that confidence going into there and then into the real market, and then you're not going to flinch as much when you're trading your money live. That's the point of a demo account. It doesn't cost you it doesn't cost you to have a demo account, but it does cost you if you make dumb mistakes in the real market. So that's how I
And
see
both
it.
parts if you don't have it.
Exactly. So when people say oh yeah, forex, it's not gambling if you don't know what you're doing, kind of thing. Is it true that forex you lose money? Yes, it's absolutely true. Losing is part of the game. Most expert traders will tell you that they lose money all the time. It's just how you manage it. That's what really matters.
And Tom, you said there are videos on this FX Blue that I can watch somewhere?
Let me look them up actually.
I mean, it may be on YouTube. I'll just do a search on YouTube.
There are. That's actually how I learned how to use it. I'll just post it down here. Blue simulator. So this is Crypto the Dog. It's FX Blue simulator. And then here's another one.
Bridge, something like that. When you click on
So anyway, there's two videos for you guys to get them, and I'll give you guys a recording of my video too.
Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate it.
No problem, guys. Here to do whatever I can to get you guys started on the right path. Does anybody else have any questions concerning what we went over tonight, or just any general questions in general?
You're gonna post this video, right? I want to save it.
Yeah. I'll post it on Team Take Profits and Trading Get Paid group. So you guys will have to go there and see it for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. So Joe and Jay, they're coming up with a better system to manage the whole trading team here. It's right now, I will admit, it's a headache right now. I don't have a problem with you guys per se, but um, just trying to reach out to all you guys at the same time is not easy for anybody. Where a lot of us are struggling, but we'll make it through here. Yeah, the best way to access my videos is just ask me, and I'll post it. I'll post it to the general chat group. Trading Get Paid and Team Take Profits. And just remember to watch the videos on those websites, guys. So it saves me a lot of time, it saves everybody else a lot of time. We're not having to repeat questions here. and you guys are always welcome to ask me your questions if you don't understand
You're
anything.
talking about the beginners, advanced, and
Yeah, exactly. So make sure you guys go through all those videos. They're there for a reason. Um, and obviously, I'm here to help you guys if you guys have any questions. So, um, let's see.
Tom, you're doing a very good job. You're very patient. I appreciate your patience with everybody.
Hey, that's if I'm not patient, I shouldn't be teaching. I shouldn't be grading. So, no, I like to help people. So, and I struggled too. When I was learning how to trade. I made all kinds of mistakes. Just whatever I do to make sure people won't go there. um, and it's my success mission to kind of get everybody out of the employment world as possible. So that's what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Does anybody else have any questions here? Let's see. Let's see. Still a lot of you guys online here. Let's see. Okay, where are you guys in your trading so far? I know a lot of you guys are new. Are you guys still learning about all the basic stuff and understanding charts? And, I know a lot of you guys. I know a lot of you guys are probably still with the team here. All right, no problem, Lori. Good night. You got a question? No. All right, go ahead.
I'm pretty new. Yesterday I traded live for the first time,
Oof.
and I did sniping. I some stuff that I watched on YouTube, and I actually made a lot of money, but I also got greedy at one point and thinking, oh, I'm gonna catch the ride, and I put my lot size a little too big,
It happens, man.
and it cost me. So I do definitely understand risk management is gonna make the whole difference.
All right, I'll be transparent with you guys here. Try not to figure out my numbers because I don't say stuff without being honest. And I'm still fixing my trading mistakes today because of all the let's see, where is it? My FX book. Uh, so I actually do keep a log of mine. So my counts are not definitely not 100% covered from the damage that I did 2 years ago to it. But just to tell you that I'm human, let me go to my portfolio. Okay, so this is one of my accounts right here. So this is me starting off trading. If any of you guys want to tell me I was good at trading, yeah. So I'm still trying to fix this mistake up to today. So it's so
Hey,
it's
hey, Tom, how'd you do that? How do you get this to keep track of your trading? Is it something you load on your MT4 that monitors every trade?
okay. So what you'll need to do is you go to my FX book and create an account. And I'll make a separate video of this if you want. So go to my FX book, open up an account, then you'll have to go to portfolio and add an account. And I can show you guys how to do that in another lesson if you want. But so yeah, just to be transparent, this is how I started off trading. It shows everything. This is basically my emotional wreck, and I'm slowly fixing the account here, and it's going to take a while. But it's my goal is to be able to get out of this basically this whole year, and I'm pretty confident I can do it. It's just making sure I approach it the right way is the thing. So but yeah, just guys, let you know I'm human like anything else, and um, yeah, it's when you guys trade, just make sure you learn it the right way from the start, so your drawdowns, so your mistakes aren't as big as mine. So but yeah, so like last year, I took the time to actually learn how to trade. So that's not the only account I have.
Well, Tom, I've been trading for a little over 2 years, and my problem is I need to connect the dots. I think I shared it with you before. I have a lot of knowledge. I just need to bring it all together.
Yeah, that's the name to the game. It's kind of like it's a big puzzle piece. You learn the basics, and you learn it to a point where you can figure it out on your own, kind of thing. It took me a while to do that, and I pretty much had. I used to be part of an MLM group actually that kind of abandoned me trade wise, so I was kind of forced to fend for myself after dealing with a lot of those losses. Then I had to bring on my own sucks on my own, but I had to do it. Um, and yeah, Ricardo, I know the feeling when you first win the first 5 trades and you completely blow it. That's normal. That's actually the absolute worst thing that can happen to you because when I first started trading, I did start, especially the demo accounts. I started winning a ton of money. I was like, "Ooh, this is easy."
I
So
did that.
So yeah, that's the worst thing that can happen to you is when you first win at the start, and then you're just kind of macho man thinking you're on stuff pulling. And then it's like then the trading then the trades kill you at that point. Um, but yeah, I've been there before, so um, yeah,
Would you mind if I contacted you without spamming you? I won't
sure.
like flood you.
No,
How, how would I contact you on Telegram?
just message me directly on Telegram. I do have the Telegram here. Just here. Type on one of these trading groups so I can find you. It's
1 second.
yeah. and I'll add you guys to a separate subgroup to kind of narrow down to kind of narrow down the question so it's easier to find you guys. Okay, let's see. All right, Ricardo. I will add you to contacts. Um, Let me send you a message. Yeah, you guys have any questions? Feel free to feel free to message me personally. I have no problem with that. So, all right, sweet. Um, okay. Does anybody else have any more questions as well? Ask if you guys have a ton of questions. Keep asking. That's what I'm here for.
Tom, where did you put that video for Sex Blue? I can't see it.
Just put it. It's in the chat. Just copy and paste it from the chat.
Take profit. I can't see.
Okay, so you see where you see the YouTube links. It's above Miss Lori's um comment there.
Okay.
So you got Mike. Let me message you privately. This will be easier.
Hey, Tom, on FX Blue, where'd you find the MetaTrader 5? I'm going through all the icons, but I don't see where you found it at.
Let's see.
I downloaded FX 5, 4, maybe. Where'd you go for that?
Okay. Is that you? Is that you, JD?
Apps, yes, I see it.
Okay.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you, buddy.
I'll just send it to you private. Anyway, so you see.
More information, more apps. Okay, I got it now.
Okay.
Top monitor. This thing does a lot, man.
Oh, it's when I saw that tool, I was like, sweet. um, helped
Yes.
helped helped a lot with my stuff, considering how tedious it is to go through all the process. But I'm okay with that.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Not a problem, JD. Okay. Anybody else have any dying questions? I know a handful of you guys haven't said anything tonight, but it's all right. Um, okay. All right. So for next lesson, I'm gonna go over again how to set up MetaTrader 4 and how to use the tools and all that. So if you guys are still having problems with setting up MetaTrader 4, and you can attend that lesson, and of course you can always what do you call it, um, hop on lesson and just kind of hang in there until general questions. Let's see. Yeah, if you got I'm trying to think what else I'm gonna talk about. I don't think I have anything planned, but anyway, I'll post this video in the. I'll post this video on TGP and Team Take Profits page when it's done rendering and uploaded to the cloud, so you guys will have access to it. Okay. All right. So if nobody really has any more questions, I'm gonna close up in the next few minutes here. And if you guys still have questions, and stick around, and I'm open for private chat too, guys, upon request. If you guys want that as well.
Cool.
Wow. Yeah, wow. Whoever got that gold trade did smackingly well.
So I have a question, like a quick question. So as I say into the chat, I see people, trading the weekly. What do you think about that? Especially if you have a very small account.
Oh, trading the weekly at the small account. Good luck. That's the honest answer I can give you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. Okay, so here's the reason why. I wouldn't. So you need a big account. So the bigger the time frame, the bigger the account you need. And let's see. Let me kind of give you the reason why here. All right.
What would you consider a small account, John? $500, under 1,000?
I would. No, don't remove that. Anything that's under I would say under 1,000. That's a small account, but I wouldn't recommend you starting out with that. Okay, so for the weekly, let's take a look at one candle here. The reason why you need a big account. So here's so this big can actually let's just use the green candle to be a little bit less exaggerating here. All right, this
And that
big
would
candle.
wipe you out.
So what's that?
That would have wiped a small account out.
Exactly. So that green candle right there, just before the red one, um, that is 298.4 pips. Okay, that's on the weekly. If you go on an hour, that's about how much that is. So that tells you anything about how big the weekly is. So
Tom, what do you normally trade on? What do you like trading? What time frame?
8 hour. So 8 hour time frame. Oh,
You
that's
said,
funny.
oh, that's trading view though, right? 8 hours?
You actually can do it on MT4. I didn't even show you guys that.
Well,
So
that's right. You got a different time thing. Did you upload it to what you call them? I know you have some type of time thing that's different from the regular MT4 time
yep.
frame.
So okay. So what you do here is you actually need an indicator for that. I can give you guys that. So the one I use for different time frames is I use where is it? Gosh, got so many stinging indicators here. Okay, Span period multiplier is what I use to multiply the time frames. So like if I want to, so let me find. Let's say if I have oil here. Let me open up. Here's a chart for USD. It's not oil. No, whatever. So let's say I want a 2-hour chart here. And MetaTrader 4 does not have 2 hours by default. So what I do here is I just run this indicator here. Period multiplier is 2. So if I take 8 hours times 2, it's going to give us 2 hours. What I do is I go over here to File, Offline, then you go find whatever that currency, that pair is. Then you find, where is it? You find the 2-hour chart, USD ILS. Where is that? Here we go. All right, so here's the 2-hour chart for USD ILS. Okay. This is the 2-hour chart. Yeah, not so. The advantage about excuse me. The advantage about having a larger time frame is the market tends to be smoother. So that's why I trade it. Number two, it depends on your how much you want to watch the charts as well. So every 2 hours each of these candles, they're gonna look similar for sure, but you can kind of see a clearer difference though with the 2 hour chart versus the 1 hour. Um, so this chart has to exist in order for the 2 hour chart to exist as well. Because if I were to kill this chart right here, the price would stop updating. And that's because the 1 hour chart has the indicator running. The indicator running allows this chart to operate. So, I don't know if that makes sense or not. But that's how you get different time frames on MetaTrader 4.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Is it easy to trade easily with the Ishimoku when the volatility is so high?
Yeah, you can trade any pair regardless of Ichimoku is good for trending markets. So I'm actually trying to figure out a strategy with I'm trying to improve the Ichimoku's um, um, default strategy basically. So I'm gonna market right now, especially with the GBP JPY. You can see that in this kind of market, the Ichimoku would have flourished completely. And when the market goes into haywire, like into complete haywire, I'm trying to find. You know what? I'll just use. When the market does this, this is when the Ichimoku doesn't work so well. And that's also known as market chaos. When all this happens, and this is normal. This is normal. Um, as long as you have good risk management, money management, the, your trade should do fine as is. Which is the nice thing about the all-in-one Ichimoku what we call it, indicator. You just have to be you just got to be aware that these ugly markets happen when the market gets really volatile and gets ugly. It's going to happen. Just know how to manage the trades when it happens. I don't know if that answered your question or not, Ricardo. Or my bad.
Yeah. The strategies that Jay and Robert use for mostly the GBP or the gold, for instance, do you think that it could be able to work also for the other pairs, or it's mostly for I would say highly volatile pairs?
So J Wayne's strategy can work on any pair. it can work on any market. It's just for him, he's relying on price action and zones and Fibonacci's, and that pretty sure would work on all markets. I don't 100% know his strategy, but I know that's in general how he looks at the charts. Like let's see. Let me clear off this chart first. So like I know, let's see. Where's a good trade set of his? I know. Oh my goodness, there's so many groups here. Where is? There you go. So like a strategy like this would absolutely work for any market. But like you can see like his so this is a range breakout trade he's doing. Like let's see, like basically Jay's trying to look for, he does this during the London session all the time. I don't know how he's figured it out, but he likes to trade these breakouts. It's the easiest way to make a ton of money, like in a few hours. Like it's the same way over here. He it's most of majority of the time you're just waiting for the market to do this, and then you're waiting for the next decision. And that's where I kind of like, if I had to trade this way, I probably could get away with it. It's just not me in the market. But yeah, this would work in that. This would absolutely work in any market. Let me try to find a time where this gets awful. Like over here, it's just awful. I don't see Jay trying to trade something like this. He would probably just wait until the market does not get too choppy. So yeah, this is volatile market over here where it just does whatever it wants. Yeah, I don't know if that answers your question or not, Ruben.
Yeah. But the thing is, well, as I was saying earlier, most of the time when I'm working on my demo, let's say I decide that, okay, today I'm going to be like a a trader. Most of the time, I'm correct. But as soon as I try to apply exactly the same rule on my live account, it doesn't go as I was thinking about. So it's if I decided I will be like I will be using the breakout for my trading. Therefore, that day well, the breakout happened, but actually the retest actually comes after, and then with the fear and stuff, then I have to close my trade. But I've never on my demo account trying to do to take a trade as a breakout, and it came back for the retest. It always goes right away, always.
So how many times have you practiced it on your demo account? Like, if you only practice it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I mean, there's a good chance it's going to keep doing that. You want to practice it up to hundreds of times, and the reason why is up to hundreds of times you're going to experience market chaos, and that's why that's why for your just the luck of the draw, you happen to market market tends to go nuts, and your real account takes the beating. That's why I encourage you like not to be in a hurry to start on your real account. You want to make sure you experience the market as much as possible real time before putting your actual money on the line. And yes, I mean, when you see a account drawdown, it sucks. It's something you have to get over. Like for me, I still struggle with it sometimes. But that's just it's the biggest hump you have to try to jump over, because you are so not all trade steps are going to win. It's just the way it is.
Hey,
But
Tom, do you find out that the demo account doesn't always give you the true response that you will get in the real account, or is that just has to do with your psychology of the two different ones?
it might have to do with your psychology, honestly. Um, like yeah, like I said, demo versus real. You're dealing with real emotion. So that's where you just have to suck it up and hang on tight kind of thing. I don't know how else to say it. It's just um, that's one thing I had. Like this year was my first time going back into real trading. After taking a year off and the first 2 years of trading being a disaster. So it's not easy. It's not an easy hump to get over. Um, and actually, what you guys want to do here is this is going to sound crazy. When you guys start off for real time, um, make sure you get the real feel of losing money. So what you want to do is start off with low lot size. There's some cases where you do want to lose money. You're probably all about to shoot me just saying that. But what you're doing is you're kind of training your mind to deal with the emotion. Um, so like I said, winning in the beginning, yay, but at the same time, if your mind has never experienced real loss, then it's not going to adjust to it without losing. Um, like I lost, and oh god, I had a pretty big drawdown this past week, but I recovered and started profiting again. But it's. I mean, at the same time, I look back at it, I'm like, I'm kind of glad I lost those trades. Yes, I kind of accepted the count was going to go down, but I got the count back going, and it's profiting again. So yeah, it's just something you just have to get over. It's not easy. I don't know the nicer way to say it, but I'm
Hey,
not
Tom,
gonna.
where did you put those videos, buddy? I'm sorry, I was looking in the chat. Did you upload the videos for the FX Blue?
Yeah, go in the chat. It's all the YouTube videos. Oh,
Which chat? Because I checked both of them. I checked your
Yeah,
personal.
even me, I can get it. Yeah.
JD check.
Tom, I want to ask something. Is there any difference to play with demo and the real? Was always when I played with demo, I always win. I always triple my account. Like for instance, I start with $100. Now I'm on $2,000. But when I go to real account, hey, it's something different. I don't know what's going on.
That's,
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
was the question I just asked. It seems like they don't coincide. The demo account you can win, but then when you go in the live account, they say not so.
I
I've
can,
had
Yeah, you need to
you
work
know
that.
what? I can even tell you that once I did exactly the same thing on my demo and my real account, but you would never believe
It looks
on my demo I was blue, on my real I was red,
Right.
man.
exactly.
That's why I asked that question. Somebody told me that they ran a demo account
Yeah,
and a
it's
live account on the same pair
Exactly.
with the same broker,
exactly.
and they got two different results. So
yeah.
I don't
Or
know.
something else.
It might have it rigged for you.
I do wonder about that a little bit because so you want to know what's scary is when you run two robots, one on demo, one live, and you see which one goes. And so far they've been consistent, supposedly, but I know the feeling. It's like, great, do my how brown does my pants turn during this time? So it's kind of I've been there before. Trust me. I'm still experimenting with stuff like that, and yeah, I don't like putting real money at risk, but that's like the way to get around it. um,
You use robots?
I'm experimenting with them right now, so I'm just that's for my own personal use.
Gotcha.
Have you tried FX Dreamer, Tom?
I have it on here. Um, I never used it before though.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
Oh, there it is, Dreama.
hmm I've been watching some videos. It seems extremely simple. You don't have to know any coding, and you don't have to know any scripting. But I just haven't taken the time to sit down and actually do it. I got a lot of videos on it. It seems like it's very simple.
Yeah, I don't think FX Dream is too hard to use for me. I just never did it. Yeah, so like for me, like I'm trying to automate my trading, but my actual strategy is not automatable because there's too much human help. Um, but yeah, I mean, at your experience level right now, just concentrate on the core concepts of trading, and then once you guys know what you're doing in the market and you're profiting, then find out a way
Yeah.
to then find a way to automate your trading so you don't have to be the driver seat the whole time. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
testing out trading automation sucks. I'm going to tell you that right now. It makes you kind of want to hate your life.
yeah.
Do you think that the robot should behave the same on their demo as you with your live account?
I'm currently testing that right now. So far, the numbers are relatively consistent. Because I had the same feeling the way you guys were laughing about earlier, because I suspected they were doing that. But yeah, I know I'm currently testing it right now. It's not very comforting.
Yeah, I was highly advised against it. That's why I never really, I always looked into getting one, but I was like, nah.
There are good ones out there, but 99% of them are trash, and it's a very scammy market out there. Um, like when you go into the game of finding automatic robots, you do have to accept the fact that you're going to be spending money on trying to find a good one. And let alone if you can find a really good one, then it's worth your weight in gold. Just I'm still trying to figure that out, and so far I've already burned $2,500 on figure out if there's good ones or not. Um, but uh, but I'm still testing them. Just the process makes you kind of hate trading after a while. But to me, I want to get out of the employment field, so I got a goal. I'll just suck it up. I'll just suck it up and do it.
That's real. Yeah, I'll probably test it on demo for a while, but in the meantime, focus on the skill set.
Yeah, exactly. So the reason why I'm doing is so I can, if more is better kind of thing. I'm just trying to get out of the driver's seat of trading, and because once I do find a robot that works, I'm gonna come back and concentrate on trading on my own. Right now, it's just this year's been all kinds of issues with my e-commerce store and all that, and trying to find an alternative means of income. It's like
I was looking to get my foot in that too, e-commerce eventually. But,
exactly focus on one thing at a time. That's one thing I've learned.
right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Um, But yeah, if you guys decide to go looking out for a robot, I just suggest learn the basic concepts now, get good at trading, and then go out there and give that field a shot. And the reason why I tell you that is you guys will be well educated, because the problem about forex robots is, like I said, 99% of them are bad, and these people just prey on ignorant people who have no idea what they're doing. They love doing it. And when I go in there, I have to question these guys. They immediately just tell me to go away. So. Um, because they kind of figure, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. So,
So
I
do
was
you
approached
do,
by,
do
I was
you,
approached by a
do-
couple with the EA economy one.
oh god, they went down. They sank like a rock. I got
yeah,
I
I heard
heard.
people got ripped off with that.
I yeah, the marketer I was with, I'm not gonna announce names. He was just like, oh yeah, you used to be part of IML and blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah. Oh, try this EA. I'm like, last time I tried an EA company, the guy was a crook. The guy's like, oh no. These two people, they're not. I'm like, okay, I paid him my $250 startup fee plus 167 a month, and
Well,
then
I got caught up in that daggone Avatron EA. Took
uh,
me for a ride.
Dagon, yep, I know about that one.
Avatron, yeah.
Yeah, it's
You said what? You said what happened with your EA economy one?
they got shut down. Sounds like
Wow.
I'm not surprised they got shut down, but I found TradeRinger on the internet for like $5. Someone already hacked it and got it, so
Wow.
that's when I dumped them. But I wouldn't suggest using TradeRinger. Here's the reason why: it's a grid trader. The sucker will keep placing grid trades until your count blows, basically. Um, and I kind of feel bad for the people in that company because they really are good at enticing them to join. Because here's the problem: people don't want to learn the skill set before they use a robot, and this is why I keep urging people learn the skill set. It's not
Right.
just that's because
Yeah,
you know how to
yeah,
trade.
exactly.
It's to protect you guys from these doofuses online that are trying to take advantage of you, kind of thing. Because there's plenty of them out there. They'll be glad to take advantage of you. It just depends when you want to get your head chopped off or not.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
I mean, don't be the white sheep, guys. Be the black sheep. The black sheep's is gonna take the risk of getting eaten by a wolf, versus the other ones getting their heads chopped off. You know? Just but yeah, no, don't use Trade Ringer. That's that one blew my account, and almost feel bad for this, but I don't. Let's see. I'll show you the guy's account.
What was the name of the robot you said?
It was called what was it? Trade Trade Ringer.
Oh, the ring. It was a ringer, huh?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Took you
Okay.
through the ringer.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me show you this guy's equity curve here. This is real money too. So this is Trade Ringer. You guys see this equity line here? So the red line doesn't mean anything. A lot of people don't know that. The red line does not mean anything without the yellow line. So you guys know that equity is that's this number right here, the profit loss, or the equity here. So what that means is it's number. So in trading definition, it's number of assets versus number of liabilities. In this case, it's the number of profiting numbers versus number versus trades that are costing. Anytime you see this equity curve dipping while your count is still floating, there's no problem about that. But when you see it start doing this, that scares me. It scares me a lot. Oh man, that guy lost. Oh, he lost everything. Ooh,
It
wow.
jumped off the mountain, didn't
Yeah.
it? That's suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't use Trade Ringer. Okay. So learn how to trade first, guys. These guys don't know how to trade. All right. If I have inspired you guys at any point, is learn how to trade first, so you don't become that crowd. Because there are a lot of people in Trade Ringer.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I was questioning this guy like, so what happened here? What happened here? What happened here? What happened here? Can you please come ask me all these questions? No, I need to know the numbers here.
Are you kidding me, bro? I'm putting my money at risk. What are you talking about?
But hey, Tom, what he said? No, just give me your money and go home.
I mean that's what it is.
You mean
Yeah.
you mean just take all my money and throw it out the window? Okay, yeah, just take all the $100 bills and just go right down the highway and throw them out the window. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So learn from us, learn from me, Jay, Robert, Joe, the great traders. Um, I mean, once you guys learn the skill set, you guys can also even create your own EAs kind of thing. You just have to come with strategy and tell somebody how to program it.
That's what I'm looking to do, bro. Absolutely.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing as well.
That's where your mind gotta be for sure.
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to work on right now. So I'm literally having to pull apart my strategy here because there's too much human involvement on this one. Where that's at is when I'm trying to avoid the ranges here. So these range bounds takes human element, and the machine's not going to know that. So it's got to be a 1, 2, 3 um, process, and it's not you can't tell a computer to kind of look out for ranges like that. So that's what makes it tough. Okay, hey, good. Thanks for hopping on, Ricardo. I'll catch you in another call. Um, and have a good night. Stay healthy.
Sharp,
Good night.
sharp. Thanks.
But yeah, so economy got shut down. I don't feel bad for anybody who lost money in that. I'm sorry. Just um, I mean, I didn't lose money. Thankfully, I was actually patient enough to stay with the demo, just long enough to watch the company that
I
closed.
still got my demo account, Tom. It's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, it's a wild world out there. I mean, there are EAs that work. It's just you just have to go through the grind and find which ones are going to work the best for you. That's after you learn how to trade. And but yeah, you're not really trading at that point. You're playing a role of a statistician and analyst, and it's not a fun role. But it's one of the few things I hated in school as an engineer is reading charts and statistics. But in trading, I don't mind because I actually but because my actual money is going to matter at that point. Let's see.
Right.
All right, Andrew. Hey, I still can't see live trading like for Zoom with Jay in the nights at 1 a.m. Where can we find it, or how can we find it? Andrew, contact Jay. I can ask him too as well. But yeah, try contacting him first. Message him on uh on his page, and he should be able to give you some assistance. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, that's so that's been my trading journey so far. I'm just trying to scale up. Um, because like my goal here, I'll tell you guys how much. So like I have around $8,000 in another account right now. So like if so like right here, if you guys can so this kind of gives me a kind of a timeline estimate when I'll hit the six figures. Because once I get like the two or three seven figures, like the I'm thinking of quitting my job at that point. But you want to make sure your accounts are really stacked, and you have multiple incomes to subsidize your trading accounts. So whether you're doing real estate or you're just kind of hanging in there, dawdling around, kind of thing, just want to make sure you get your pockets padded. That's all. Um, and you guys probably know because the stock market is just bleeding. My retirement account is hemorrhaging. It's hemorrhaging by a lot. Not comforting, but I'm okay with that. Um, you guys, this is not to offend anybody, but a lot of people where I work are all crying the blues, especially the ones who've been working their whole lives, and they're all afraid that they're going to lose their pensions, and which they probably will. It's hard to say. And this is the reason why I started Forex, and this is the reason why I'm trying to make sure everybody knows the skill set or at least learns it, so you don't have to be in that chair.
You know what you got to do, Tom? Get a T-shirt made up. You should be trading.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. I go to work and all the people are like, "Oh my God, it's my TS my 401k is bleeding." It's blaring red lights, guys. 2008 was blaring red lights. You didn't learn? My gosh. But yeah. But just unbelievable. Um, hey Andrew, I posted this exact sheet on the Trading Get Paid and Team Take Profits. Or did I do that? Yeah, I think I did. Let me see. I think I did. So if not, I can do it right now. But yeah, it's unbelievable. People will not look for any other way to cover their butts. It's just crazy. Um, like people are more worried about toilet papers, paper towels, and bread than their
Bro,
pension.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Toilet paper. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's toilet paper.
here's the picture of Costco here. Here's the beverage aisle, and people are absolutely insane. There should be tables here, by the way. They moved them. Where's so yeah. Notice here, toilet paper, paper towel, facial tissue, foil. Whole thing's empty. It's just I've never seen this before. It's just obscene.
Man, the
At
whole
times they wanted to go to the bathroom. They wanted to use the paper towels and had nothing to eat.
the whole I don't understand. Like I don't understand the significance of toilet paper. Whole people like the whole world is in fear and panic. But people, I mean, my thing is, and I don't disrespect anybody's faith or anything like that, but
Yeah,
people don't know Jesus, bro. Like they think that that all this stuff on this earth is going down and they have no hope. Like literally people have no hope. So they're clinging to anything they can think of is, toilet paper, anything they can hoard to find security. And it's just not
yeah.
realistic.
And I say this too to people. Like my parents ask me this, like Tom, you're not worried about this virus, are you? No, I'm not worried about the virus at all. I'm worried about the panic. Like, this whole world's gonna burn. God's not gonna save everybody at this point.
Right.
You crazy?
Absolutely. Everything's going down with the word. If you ain't in him, you going down too. That's
Yeah,
just the
exactly.
truth and reality of it. But
So
yeah,
like
it's crazy.
so like I what is it? So for you people who are foreign, what is it like in the other half of the world? Is it this bad where people are just going crazy, or what is it like? This is what it's like in the U.S. right now. People just can't get their head together. Um, let's see. Anybody from international? What's it like in UK or Jamaica or what is it like right now? It's just I can't imagine it's any better. Okay, Canada. Andrew says Canada's the exact same way. Oh man, I can only imagine the Bay. The Bay's probably empty, or it's just crowded.
Yeah, Canada is right next to me, Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like Loblaws and the beer store are all crowded. Um, and then all the poutines will probably be eaten.
Hey, is
I
this affecting Hawaii? Anybody? I haven't heard anything about Hawaii.
Twice. That would suck because Hawaii everything's expensive too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is Costco. They don't normally do this. So like so here's the entrance here. This is where like, they've separated everybody, like literally. These pallets here
Are
are
you
kind of
serious?
creating a line. So where the pallets are is where the carts go.
That's a 6 feet, huh?
Yeah, this is yeah. So look, nobody yelled at me for taking pictures, but I'm like I gotta show this I gotta show this to my girlfriend here.
Right? Does
This is
anybody? This is a serious question. Like, we're joking around and stuff, but does anybody have any idea of what the significance behind the toilet paper? Like, is toilet paper going to give you the magic, like, abilities? Like, what is this? Why toilet paper? Like, why not? Just I don't get the whole thing. What's the big value about toilet paper besides the
I
fact that
I don't understand that. I don't understand that one bit. Um,
I
so
just thought anybody had any ideas.
I went to Costco today, and the guy was like saying, "All right, guys, come on in, come in this way." He was taking count, so he asked me and this other gal like, "Hey, can you please hold on for a second?" And they're like, "No, we got two people coming in." Oh, okay. Oh, we don't have 500. All right, you guys can go in. And then the front door person was like, "Oh, by the way, if you guys are buying anything, we don't have any toilet paper. We have no paper products at all. So just letting you guys know." Um, you got to be kidding. I'm just here to get some food, guys. Food court was
Right.
closed. Um,
I keep picturing people that are just wrapping themselves up with like mummies, trying to keep themselves safe. Like they instead of wearing a mask, just wrapping their faces and wrapping everything up with toilet paper. That's the only thing. But you literally can't walk to a grocery store. Period.
no, it's not comfortable. I mean, I don't know what's like anywhere else, but can't for sure Canada's shut down for all. And I know Europe's pretty much shut down. It's awful. This is like the only thing everyone else in the world can have. We have all one thing in common. We shut down, but not the market. That's one thing I love
Right.
about Forex.
That's right.
Um, so the odd thing is, I found out one thing. If you guys take a closer look down the picture, can you guys see that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
This is the pop section. The pop section isn't bought out, only the water. So isn't that odd? The pop
Yeah.
section is not bought out. Candy and chips weren't bought out.
People want to die healthy, man.
I don't understand. I'm like, guys, pop doesn't spoil. It's almost not water. Chips and candy will never spoil. It's all preservatives. Twinkies won't ever spoil. They weren't bought out. I'm like, it's zombie food. Come on, guys. So I was joking around with my girlfriend. I'm like, should we buy out all the Twinkies in case
Don't do it, Doc. Don't do it.
So she laughed at that. She's like, nah, we're good. All right, okay. Um
Mess around looking like Oompa Loompa by the end of this.
yeah, so that's the crazy part.
Look, I'm already bad. I'm already like all messed up because the gym shut down. So I'm basically gonna sit around and get fat.
Yeah, Planet Fitness shut down this week, so
Yeah.
uh yeah, I was like, great, time to go outside. Okay, we got a question here. After using a demo count as a beginner, and want to start trading on real count with $100 to practice, is it advisable to start off the default of 1 to 25 leverage? Okay, so if you're putting in $100 to practice, I'd probably raise their leverage a little bit more, about 1 to 200 at most. I wouldn't go past that. Um, I don't know how to pronounce your first name, but I'm gonna call you Richard. So yeah, so Richard, I would probably raise it to 1 to 200, but if you're practicing, that's fine. It probably really doesn't matter. Just keep that in mind. Oh man. Yeah, we'll see where this whole COVID-19 thing goes. We'll just I'm more worried about making the money on the charts. I don't care about the news. um, and these people, I just feel bad for because it's like great now we only can Costco barred people from buying only one thing at a time. So I could only buy one set of food at a time, and they didn't have any chicken, which I was kind of mad because Costco chicken is actually good. Um, they didn't have there was something else they didn't have, and I was kind of mad too. So. But anyway, let's see. Uh, Jovan, you said you're from Detroit. Jovan, yeah, Jovan Tunnel Vision. Joe, you said you're from Detroit as well. I'm actually just north of Detroit.
Jovan. Oh yeah, where you at?
St. Clair Shores.
Okay, yep. I'm from Saginaw though.
Yeah, so I'm not too far from you at all. Where in Detroit are you from?
I'm from Saginaw, but I live in Allen Park.
Okay, is that the east side or the west side? I'm not familiar with Detroit completely.
Uh, kind of like southeast.
Okay, okay, you're probably closer to me then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, we should link up.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, yeah,
I'm actually not too far from Jay.
Okay. Yeah, I live like right near the border of Grosse Pointe. Um, that's where I'm from. So near the 8 9 mile road area.
I know about Troy.
Not really Troy, but Jefferson Ave and 9 miles, pretty much where I live.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, not too
Wow.
far.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, good night, Ruben. Thanks for. If you have any more questions, just let